Hi, Scorpio. The merry month of May, 2021. Hope you're doing well. What we have here is we have our armada, if you will. One big triangle, the mothership. Three smaller triangles, the subheading ships. Okay, and here we have, at the beginning, the archetypal energies in this spiritual biosphere where this whole reading is one entity, one living, breathing, functioning, birthing, dying entity, all the things that life brings. And divine influence, so that what we're talking about is the umbrella that radiates down on both the yin, which this is, and the yang, which this is. Blended energies. And that's where we're going to start. So at the prow, cleaving the waves as the ship, the sailing craft moves forward, this is the card that creates the prow cutting into the future waters of our path. And at that point is the moon card. So I got the feeling when I pulled out that for Scorpio, it's not going to be a stretch. It might be a little bit different than what feels normal Scorpio. But I mean, because this is Cancer, but this is not going to be a stretch in that the idea for the moon here is to go to your depths, not the moon's depths, your depths, and you're accustomed to that as a Scorpio. So going to your depths, and in this case, find out what the waters in this pond look like down below in the moon card as compared to where you normally swim. And I just had this visual where, I mean, I'm a scuba diver, and that, going to different parts of the world presents, even though the ocean is the ocean and the growing things are similar, there's a different nature to different parts of the world where you go under the waves, and the world that unfolds is the equivalent of another continent on land, where the people are different, the language is different, etc. There are slight variations and modifications or modulations of what you're accustomed to seeing in home waters, if you have home waters, and you do. So there's your prow. That's the, making the pathway into the future at the head of the pack, followed by the Emperor, who is going to support all the efforts on the earth. And actually, in this case, the Emperor in energy is going to be telling you as you go into your depths, hey, I'll hold down the fort on land, on the earth, with the ground. I will hold it together and continue my rule, my leadership, while you take a sojourn into foreign waters. And he's saying that by, playing ball with me, I free you up to go to your depths. I hold down the fort here. He's also looking over at what is sitting there as a potential outcome to this endeavor in the month of May for you Scorpios. And that is the World card. So the World card, not in terms of a cornucopia of gifts or money or wealth or material possessions, but rather the world in the foundational way of perfect balance, the balance of all the contributing factors, the cups, the swords, the wands, the pentacles, all of them in perfect balance. That's a platform where you can kind of make anything happen. Yin, look at you. At the prow of your little craft for the month of May is the Chariot. So it's kind of like, in my book, walking out to the front yard and seeing a vehicle with a big red bow on it, only the vehicle this time is not a car, it's a chariot. But it's got a big red bow on it, and it's not to sit in it's not there to stay sitting in the driveway. And I know when you see it out there, you're going to be excited enough to want to go out and get in and take a ride. Well, as you ride, you may want to be thinking about where you're going and make it count. So, that's the environment. The environment is go get on your chariot and ride. But here's where the activity of the month is for you, which is the Four of Cups. So it's an idea that if you're fired up about getting on the chariot, and by the way, here's another Cancer card to go with this prow is in alignment with this prow in that sign. So as you are thinking about getting on your chariot and you're heading for the Four of Cups, you're going to be excited about the fact that you got that gift in your driveway to begin with. But if you keep that, within, sit with that energy and then open up your visuals to the Four of Cups, not the three that are sitting on the ground, but the one of those four that is being handed to you as an opportunity. Something to get you off the dime. Perhaps you have been in contemplation. You have been gathering your forces for maybe another time to believe in love, to believe in the world of love, to believe in your deserving a beautiful, wonderful, functioning relationship. And that's what the Chariot's for, so that you can go out and get that. But then, what do you want to also understand? Because your solution is the sun. Take the sun and put it over the Chariot. So that, it's fair game to grab one of these grab any of these cards and go, yeah, I want that. I want to take that with me as a reminder, a touchstone, right? So that you could go pulling it out of your pocket and going, oh yeah, the sun is shining on me and my world. So the bliss that comes from that and the acceptance, because the sun accepts everyone and everything on this planet unconditionally, perhaps it can inspire you to consider turning around and radiating out unconditional energy and unconditional love, if that's the form it takes. Yin, Yao, how cool. It's full of potential. And in May, it's a nice time to have that. It's a springtime energy for the springtime. Yang, I don't know. Take a look at these cards. What do you think? You think May is about relationships for you? I didn't make this up. So it's all about, if you want to immerse yourself in, things I have been putting off or about thinking about and that I want to think about, but I just, the other things get in the way. Can you psych yourself out to a point where you're planning a certain slice of the pie of your every day in the month of May to contribute to thoughts of your heart, your emotions, because at the prow is a creative aspect. At the prow is that element that is kind of a friendly itch that causes us to go out and try something new. Maybe you want to just, you've always wanted to try whittling wood, right? So you can pick up your carving knife and you can pick up a block of wood and go try it out. That's the kind of free form attitude you can apply with this card. And that is a plug and play, right? Wherever you want to apply it. But it's at your prow. That's what wants to ply the waves in front of your individual craft, Yang. And I guess the cards want you to acknowledge something about yourself that has been a complete cycle. And you completed it. And you've been there, in a sense, you've been there and done that, not in a cavalier kind of way. Yeah, I've been there, done that, and, you feel tough about it or something like that, or macho. No, it's about knowing in your heart and with that solid, quiet certainty that you've completed that. Something about your emotions that you brought through the whole cycle to completion, and that has empowered you for your future. And what does your future hold? When I pulled this card, the Eight of Cups, and I saw this pair of cups here, and I know what the Eight of Cups typically represents in terms of your evolution as an emotional being, I would say, if you have someone in mind, or if you are out in the marketplace, let's put it, or let's say just in the field where you will accept encounters, or you're looking for encounters with your significant other, then be prepared right here, because you're heading for higher ground. Be prepared for the person that you encounter to call upon your highest ability right now. Not that you can't go further as you evolve, but right now, where is your ceiling on your emotions? What's your ceiling? What's the pinnacle for you personally? Because this person that you could encounter in the month of May will call upon the baseline, setting the bar at ground zero is the best you have. So be ready and willing to operate at that level. And I think that synchronicity and symmetry and all the harmony and happiness that follows is yours to have, yours to grab, yours to accept. Thank you for being here. This has been fun, and I wish you the best for May. Until next time, which will be in about a month, I wish you well. Be well. Love you all. Bye for now.